Why do I believe Bitcoin could hit 500k or more? And yet, I still think some people shouldn't buy Bitcoin. Recently, more and more people are asking me the same questions. Cédric, can I still buy Bitcoin now? Some will think it's too late. Some will think it's still too dangerous, too early. They will ask me, could it really go up to 500k? And how much should I invest to be safe? My answer is usually not a number. Instead, it's a question or three questions, like, what are you planning to invest? Is it your capital or your cash? Some people will think, I'll do the same thing. No, this difference will even determine your final outcome in this game. Hello guys, it's Cédric. If you like to learn all kind of Bitcoin things, please subscribe to my channel or add me on Telegram to talk directly with me. The link, as I was saying, is in the description. First, my stance hasn't changed. In long term, I'm really bullish on Bitcoin. It's the ballast stone of my asset allocation. But a top tier asset, if it falls into the wrong investors' hands, it's not an opportunity. It's a trap. Bitcoin, you could compare it to a wild horse. It's not a car, it's a horse, untamed, full of power. An experienced rider can harness it and run faster than anyone. But if a newbie jumps on, the first bump will throw them off, and that will hurt a lot. Taming a wild horse, it's cool, but the most important, like the horse, will be to first ensure your own safety. So now I'm gonna ask you the three questions. And by the end, you will know deep down if you are really meant to be this rider or not, if you're really meant to hold Bitcoin or not. My first question is your money capital or is it cash? This is also the question I raised at the beginning. Why do I ask this? Because this is the most important and most easily confused concept in the investment world. Cash is meant for survival. Your next month's rent, daily meals, kids' tuition. These are all cash. Its primary duty is stability, to be available anytime. It has clear short-term tasks. Capital, on the other hand, is for growth. Its only task is to become more through the compound interest of time. It has no short-term KPIs. It pursues a grand blueprint in 5 or 10 years. So capital can and must withstand huge fluctuations. And the source of most tragedy is a lot of people are using the mindset of managing cash to control money that should be capital. You invest some money into Bitcoin, but in your mind, you set KPIs for it. Like, it needs to raise 20% next month to pay off credit cards. It needs to double next year to cover a house down payment. And just like that, you're done. Your capital from the start is hijacked by your short-term cash flow. You're no longer an investor. You've become an anxious gambler. And any normal market pullback will be fatal to you. And then the second question. It will be about time, this one. Is time your friend or your enemy? You know, there is a saying on Wall Street. In the market, those who make big money don't rely on brains, but on their butts. What does it mean? It means it's about who can sit tight. Behind this saying is a cruel truth, the asymmetry of time. Let's do a simple thought experiment to understand that. Suppose you rushed in November 2021 at Bitcoin's all-time high of 69k. Then what happened after that? The market crashed. And for nearly 3 years, your account was in floating loss. And at one point, the loss even exceeded 70%. How would you feel in this situation? Would you be able to sleep at night? For a true capitalist, time is his friend, even his weapon. These 3 years of bear market for him aren't a crisis, but a discount season, an opportunity to DCA, to collect cheap ships, because his cash flow and his capital are completely isolated. He has infinite patience, waiting for the market to go from winter to spring. But for someone living paycheck to paycheck with tight cash flow, time is the enemy. Every month, bill day approaches. Every market drop increases your survival pressure. You get anxious because you might have top-tier knowledge. You might be bullish on Bitcoin, thinking it will go to 1 million. But real-life pressure means you can't even pay next month's rent. And at that point, your knowledge is worthless. That's sad, but let me tell you a real story to illustrate that. A story that happened to a Tesla shareholder on X. He's very famous because he's really a long-time Tesla retail investor. His name is Gally. His belief in Tesla is among the best, the top tier. But not long ago, he posted that he had to sell 10% of his Tesla position. Why? To pay rent and some living expenses. You see, he believes in Tesla's future more than anyone. He knows it might go back to 400 or even break 1,000 someday. But he couldn't wait. He didn't have the luxury to wait because right now he has to pay rent. He could only sell his precious stock to those who can treat time as a friend. This is the market truth. It's cruel, but it's just like that. It's real. Is time your friend or your enemy? And then third question. Where is Bitcoin in your asset pyramid? A mature investment portfolio should look like a pyramid. The base of the pyramid will be your survival foundation. For example, emergency reserves for 6 to 12 months of living. It's like an insurance. This ensures that even if you lose your job or get sick, you won't collapse. This layer, it must be cash, it must be liquid, and it must be absolutely stable. The middle of the pyramid is your core assets. For example, S&P 500 index funds, stacked USDTs, stuff like that. They will grow steadily with relatively small fluctuations. This is the cornerstone of your wealth, letting your assets outpace inflation. And then the top of the pyramid will be your offensive troops. This part pursues ultra-high returns. All cryptos, starting with Bitcoin, early tech stocks, venture capital, all belong here. It will be the high risk, high volatility, high potential returns. The purpose of this part here is to let your wealth achieve a class leap. But now, pause this video and look at your own pyramid. Many people's pyramid are upside down. The foundation is not even there, and they are already throwing all their money, sometimes even borrowed money, right on top of the pyramid. So yeah, it looks exciting. But then the market sends a gust of wind, and boom, you are done. You don't have anything anymore. Let's summarize today's 3 questions. First, you have to distinguish your capital and cash. Don't use survival logic to command money meant for growth. Second, you have to recognize if time is your friend or enemy. If your life can't withstand the test of time, then high volatility assets are a trap. And then, thirdly, you have to clarify Bitcoin's position in your asset pyramid. What is the spear at the top and the shield at the bottom? You must have the shield first to be able to wield the spear safely. What do you think of that? What's your answer to each question? I know it's a bit more complex than simply telling you buy or don't buy, but I believe those who understand what I'm saying here will definitely gain from it. What about you? What does your current asset allocation look like? Have you fallen into these pits I mentioned? Tell me in the comments, and I will read every one of them. I'm very curious. And if you like this straightforward, in-depth analysis, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and turn on the bell so that you get the notifications when I publish a new video, and then you can be notified first. And also please remember, of course, what I'm sharing here is just personal thinking. It's just my personal frameworks. It's absolutely not investment advice. You must take 100% responsibility for your every decision, do your own research, stuff like that. You know the drill. All right, it was Cédric, and I'll see you in the next one.